G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, you are here today because the Waratahs, I tried to put on a show for Joe Schmidt and the fans here in Sydney for the last game in Sydney in 2025. And I guess it's a pretty tough Crusaders team, 33 points to 48. The Crusaders has really turned their their fortunes around this season. Rob Penny was once the coach of the Waratahs, had a pretty terrible run, and left for the Crusaders last year, and he was, again, took the Crusaders right to the bottom of the table, and a lot of people were, including me, thought that Rob Penny probably, was a coaching issue, didn't quite have what he takes to take the Crusaders, back to the glory days of Razor Robinson. But hey, Rob Penny proved me wrong, and sure enough, proved all the haters wrong at the Waratahs, that indeed he is a superior coach. It wasn't the coaching issue, it was an issue internally at the team, at management, and maybe with the players and how things were functioning backstage. And yes, he's taken the Crusaders right to the top of the table this year in just 12 months after taking over from Razor. And he's definitely turned the ship around for the Crusaders, and he's put in new players. He does not have Richie Mwanga back. A lot of people said the reason he didn't do well last season was because Richie Mwanga and left, the big star playmaker for the Crusaders that Razor heavily relied upon during his time and his success at the Crusaders prior to Rob Penny taking over. So really good job by Rob Penny taking this Crusaders team. In fact, even at the start of the season, I did not think that the Crusaders was going to be top of the table. They looked pretty shaky. Didn't look like they improved much from the previous year. But hey, as time carried on, they are just building and getting stronger. And again, Will Jordan is not on the field. He's suffered a bit of a leg injury, and you can't really make the you can't really make the excuse that the reason why. He did it without his star players. It's a really big effort from Rob Penny, which I have to give him credit to. And especially considering the full circle that he's coming back to Sydney for this performance was quite impressive in my opinion. For the Waratahs, I thought they maybe starting to build towards something, and then Swatli'i got injured, and now this week. Once again, the Waratahs started out looking really lost, and then only for the second half with some of the forwards, really big effort from the forwards, rolling their sleeves up to pull the team in a more of a, respectable loss to the Crusaders. It was looking like this was going to be a blowout, 60 points to 10 sort of thing, and then the Waratahs really showed up in the second halftime score. Just give an idea if you haven't watched this, 31 points to 7. It was looking like it's going to get 60 points put on them, and then the Waratahs really come back hard to that. And I just want to say, I do enjoy it, despite the loss of the Waratahs, I do actually enjoy watching the Waratahs a lot more when Swatli'i is not on the field. Not because he's a bad player or anything, it's just that the expectation for the Waratahs is lower when they're not on the field. So I get the feeling that the Waratahs were the underdogs out there. When they were getting hammered, it was kind of like, well, this underdogs kind of like, you kind of look for the comeback, and it was I feel like it's much more enjoyable for me. And then when Swatli'i is on the field, it's almost like you're expected the team to win. And then it's almost like, it's kind of like, oh, if you're losing, it's like, come on, somebody's going to do something. You got to use all that star power to get something done. And then it's actually end up being disappointing in terms of the overall experience. So despite the loss, I'll actually enjoy this game a lot more than previous weeks because of that. And I don't know if that, if anybody watching get that same feeling as well. But yeah, it's just that the fact that I'm not expecting the Waratahs to win like big time against the Crusaders, and there's that slim hope that the Waratahs could pull out like an underdog victory here, was actually more enjoyable than being the multi-million-dollar stacked team that expected to win every game. And so this was this was not nearly as disappointing as this was in previous weeks, in my opinion. Let me know yours. And outside of that, I thought the scrummaging was 50-50. Lots of the scrum was turned a lot. In second half, I thought the Waratahs probably had a few of the scrums could have gone their way, and the referee Paul Williams was not entertained to give away any penalties. I thought maybe they could introduce a thing where they give a short arm and then just like short arm advantage, play on sort of thing, like get the ball out and play on, and then if you played on and then in a couple of phases and nothing happens, or you can come back for a tap or something. You can't do a scrum anymore from short arm anyway, but you come back and do a tap if the play don't go your way, just to reward the team that gets that bit of a scrum dominance, but not really enough to get a penalty. I think that'll be something they could consider. Outside of that, I thought the kicking game was again pretty poor from the Waratahs, up and unders, and just wasn't getting anywhere, especially in the first half. And second half, the big forwards roll their sleeves up. Big shout out to Lanyi Gleeson and Amato Cero, the big locks, doing their just tremendous amount of physical work out there tonight. And for the Crusaders, I think both the 10s, the starting 10, Ray Hana did a great job. He was excellent out there. Compared to his performance this game to the performances he showed last year as like a reserve to Hohepa, is looking absolute superstar tonight. James O'Connor came on a different style, much more settled style. Showed a bit of awareness of game recognition, set up a try late in the game as well, and really good goal kicking as well. I think Rehana struggled a bit with the goal kicking. James O'Connor was really good at goal kicking as well. And so I just want to say, and there was a lot of talk about James O'Connor potentially auditioning for a spot at the Lions tour this year. I just want to say, Rabbit, listen, don't give up your dream for the All Blacks, okay? Go for the All Blacks. Just do it. Get into the All Blacks, and don't get short-sighted, okay? You rode in New Zealand. You are qualified in anyway, maybe not qualified, but some people were saying that he's not actually qualified because he played for the Australia A, but I don't know, does that even count? If you play for the under-20 team, doesn't count. But so does the Australian A team count? I don't know. Maybe World Rugby have to look into the law books for that. But so there's some talks of that, and he looked quite good. Again, goal kicking, probably one of the main things that you want for someone to come off the bench to give you that confidence. Your tight games to potentially clinch the win for you. So really good there to see. Anyway, let's have a look at the match stats of the game. 5 tries to 7, so Waratahs scored 5 tries. It's not a bad performance at all. 293 run meters, the Waratahs to the Crusaders 507. 12 turnovers considered the Waratahs to the Crusaders 11. 102 tackles made by the Waratahs, 19 missed tackles. 117 tackles made for the Crusaders, 17 missed tackles. More tackles made and better completion rate there for the Crusaders. 12 kicks in play for the Waratahs, 29 for the Crusaders. 1 missed conversion, 2 for the Crusaders, and 579 kick meters to the Crusaders 735. Yeah, again, the up and unders, just not sure where some of them is just just 50-50. The up and unders, one of the thing is I understand the point if you're inside your own 10, if you're inside your own 10-meter line, I mean, which means the 40-meter line essentially. It's technically called the 10-meter line. If you have your 40-meter line, and between the opposition 40-meter and your 40-meter, if you do an up and under from basically your 40-meter line to the opposition 40-meter line, I actually think that's a good play. But a lot of times the Waratahs are doing an up and under from their own 22 to the 40-meter line, so the ball ends up still inside their own half, and you just give it in the Crusader a great opportunity, a great position to attack from. So that's the sort of up and unders I'm a little bit scratching my head. So yeah, yes. Let me know your thoughts about those. That's the ones that I'm really not, scratching my head. What is the point, right? You get the ball back, you're still in your own half, and 60 meters away, you do another up and under to advance another 10-15 meters. You know what I mean? Doesn't really make sense doing that, but the Waratahs did that tonight. So yeah, anyway, no line loss for the Waratahs, 2 loss for the Crusaders. No Scotty the Grub, All Blacks captain, is not here tonight, so no yellow. Was he? He was not here tonight, was he? He was not on the field. Havili was the captain. Where is he? No, he's not on the field. Yeah, I thought pretty sure I didn't see Scotty, so he's not there. And the line-out loss, probably a bit more than they were liked. 1 scrum loss for the Crusaders out of 4, which, like I said, I thought the Waratahs probably could have been more than that. 6 penalties considered for the Waratahs to the Crusaders 9, so good discipline overall for the Waratahs. I think the team will be pretty happy about that. Anyway, let's have a look at the points summary of the game. Lots of tries being scored. We're going to fire through them pretty quickly. 3 minutes in, Rayhana, nice little dummy and go. A short pass to Johnny McNichol, former Welsh international and New Zealander. Welsh test capped. 7 points to nil for the Crusaders. 3 minutes in. 8 minutes into the game, a little intercept by Anor. He knocked the ball up in the air real high and caught it on the way down and then ran through for a try. 12 points to nil for the Crusaders. How the Rayhana missed this one, I don't know. It's not that hard a kick. 15 minutes into the game, another penalty for the Waratahs. Crusader more. Try time, 19 points to nil, less than 15 minutes on the clock. 21 minutes into the game, the Waratahs get themselves a scrum inside the Crusaders 22. Pick and go by Gamble, got close, and then Langi Gleeson followed up with another quick pick and go. Try time, 19 points to 7. And then 27 minutes into the game, Rayhana got the ball. Nice cut-out pass. Again, just kind of going sideways. Nice cut-out pass to McNichol. Ran through to the gap, and then he linked up with Fihaki out wide to the try. 31 points to 7. What is it? What is this? What's the score here? 27 points. 26 points to 7. Okay. And then after this, just before halftime, another penalty. Crusaders piling in. A little short pass from Severis to Colin Grace, going for the try. 7 points to 31. Halftime. Second half starts 4 minutes in. The Waratahs rolled up the sleeves. Lots of forwards piling in inside the Crusaders 22. Langi Gieson pick and go. Try time 14 points to 31. 52 minutes in again. The Waratahs piling in big forwards. Pick and go really close to the try line. And Ametasero pick and go himself right next to the night channel. A little dummy pass to Tupou. And everybody was looking at big boy Tupou. And then Ametasero goes in himself. 21 points to 31. 58 minutes in the game. There was a high ball. Rayhana gets the bounce. And then he ran through, wiggles through a bunch of defenders. A bit of dancing feet. And then linked up with Seville Reese. And ran through for the try. 21 points to 38. 70 minutes in the game. There was a nice scrum for the Waratahs. Once again, the ball came out. Some good hands, just quick hands down to the winger. Lancaster, he dunked the ball upside down into the goal. Fingertip on the ball. No separation. Try time, 100% correct. 28 points to 41. 76 minutes of the game. The Rabbit was on the field. Nice little loop play. He passed. Before this, there was another penalty that the kick at the score. So the scoreboard ticked up to 41. And so James O'Connor came on. Nice little pass to his forwards, and then gets the backdoor as he looped behind the forward and scooped out the ball with one hand. It was a bit short, and he just reached out, scooped it up. Really nice and smooth, this one. He scooped it up, linked up with Seville Reese, who ran down the sideline, kicked the ball back in field as the sweeper came across. And then, Christie followed this one up for a try. 48 points to 28. And finally, just before full time, the Waratahs pounding center field in the Crusaders, just outside Crusaders 22. That was a crossfield kick. Joey Walton, crossfield kick to, I think it was Walton, to Riley, who got the ball on the full, ran in for the try. 33 points to 48. Nice finish to the Waratahs. Denying a bonus point for the Crusaders. And anyway, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more reviews. Cheers.